Alright guys, we're looking at multiplying rational and dividing rational expressions today. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply these rational expressions together, and we need to make sure that we reduce it to its simplest form, right? So let's multiply across. We've got, well, it doesn't really matter. You can multiply first or you can simplify first. Doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and simplify first, and then we'll multiply our expression. So 6 divided by 2 is 3 over 1. X squared over x squared, those cancel out. Y to the third, y to the second, we're left with a y on top. Times, this can be reduced by 2, so it's going to become 5 over 9. X to the third, there's no more x's to cancel out, so x to the third on top. Y to the fourth, y to the second, so we've got y to the second on top. So if we multiply across, we've got 3 times 5, that's 15. We've got y times y squared, so we've got x cubed y to the third over 9. Now, we're not done. Okay, let me erase that because we can simplify that further, because 15 divided by 9, those are both divisible by 3. So this becomes 5x to the third y to the third over 3. Alright, looking at number 10, same thing. We're looking to simplify if possible. Okay, cannot simplify those two numbers, so we'll leave it as 4 over 15. We've got a to the second, a to the first, so a to the first on top, b to the first on the bottom, times, those are both divisible by nothing, right? So that stays 5 divided by 12. And then we've got a over a to the third over a to the fourth, so a on the bottom. We've got b to the first on the bottom. Alright, so now we can look to simplify these. Okay, this is 5, this is divided by 15, so that becomes 1, that becomes 3. Same thing here, that becomes 1, that becomes 3. Alright, so on the top we've got 1a times 1, that's a. On the bottom we've got 3 times 3, that's 9, a b squared. Alright, now we've got an a and an a, those cancel out, so we're left with 1 over 9b squared. Looking at number 11, we're going to multiply. Again, we've got 4x squared times negative 4x. Okay, I can factor that if possible, so we can factor out our GCF of 4x. We get x minus 1. Oops. Over. Now we look to factor this out, so let's actually factor out our GCF. So it becomes 2x squared plus 2x minus 3. And then times, now we can factor this, so we're looking at factors of negative 6 to add to give me 1, so it's going to be x minus 2, x plus 3 over, factor out your GCF here, so that's going to become 4x, so that's x plus 2. Now I need to factor this because this is factorable also, so factors of 3, negative 3 that add to give me a positive 2, so it's going to be x plus 3, x minus 1. Alright, so let's erase this. We factored that into that. Alright, now what do we have on the same on the top and on the bottom, right? So this is x minus 1. This is 4x, this is 4x, so we know those will cancel out. Okay, we see x plus 3 here, we see x plus 3 here, those cancel out. We see x minus 1 here, x minus 1 here, those cancel out. So on the top, that canceled out, that canceled out, that canceled out. We've got x minus 2. On the bottom, we've got 2 times x plus 2. Same thing here, number 12, we're looking to factor our GCF, so we'll take out a 5v, and we got 2 minus v over, okay, now we're looking to factor 18 factors of 18, that add to give me a negative 11, okay, they know they have to be the same sign, so it's going to be v minus 9 and v minus 2, times, now we'll look for factor this, so factors of 9, v minus 9, v plus 1, over 15v. Alright, now what can we cancel out? We've got v minus 9, v minus 9, those go away. We've got a 5v here, a 15v there, excuse me, so that becomes 3. We've got 2 minus v, v minus 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and write this as 2 minus v, v plus 1 over v minus 2. Now, we know that we can make this by taking out a negative 1. So if we take out a negative 1 here, that becomes v minus 2 v plus 1 over v minus 2. Now we're able to cancel those puppies out, and we get negative 1 times v plus 1.